check. In just a couple moments, you are going to see some intensity, some hot racing action here by the ISRL. Beer Triggers 165 points schedule bullshit coming up next. Bring it in. You can't hear me talking. It's muted. I know this. I should know. All right, ladies and gentlemen, and all you beautiful degenerates who willingly choose to spend your Tuesday night with simulated race cars and my emotionally unstable commentary voice, welcome to race 9 of 15 for the Independent Sim Racing League, proudly powered by THDesigns, whose unofficial motto is, "We make things pretty so Horseboat doesn't have to." Tonight, we are at Las Vegas Motor Speedway for the Beer Drinkers 165, brought to you by Porter the Dog and Jeremy Eshelman, marking the first time in iRacing history that a dog and a human being jointly sponsor a race, and somehow the dog has a better credit score. And yes, it's me, Horseboat, your guide, your narrator, and your emotional support disaster. And let me tell you, I am super excited to be on the call tonight. It's like jumping on a hotel bed in a bathrobe at 3 a.m. excited. Like accidentally Venmo'd your ex $20 and now you're spiraling excited. Like Vegas buffet crab legs at the stroke of midnight excited. We've got a points shakeup that I'm just dazzled to tell you, and it looks like someone dropped the standings down a flight of stairs. Let's get into it. Matthew, I do not miss Fleming, sits on top with 674 points, locked into the playoffs so hard he could take the next 2 weeks off to become a monk and still be fine. Meeks and DeWalter, both playoff advanced too, clinging to the top spots like they've trapped on a roller coaster, and the harness clicked but didn't feel like it clicked. Brad Gutierrez said, "What if I just casually be 132 above the cut with 1 win and 3 top 5s? Meanwhile, Jeremy Eshelman somehow holds P5 with plus 129 and a cushion there, despite sponsoring a race with a dog. Josh Cole, Min Hang are tied at 5'11", meaning one of them will either rise to glory tonight or explode emotionally before lap 30. Nathaniel Fryman, Henry Kelhoff, Ryan Robertson, and Nathan Fuller, they're holding on for dear life like 4 dudes clinging on to one pool noodle. And Rob Rossello is in the finals playoff spot at 16 above the cut, which is the points racing equivalent of living paycheck to paycheck. One bad move and you're eating instant ramen until Daytona. Congratulations, by the way, Rob Rossello and family having their first child. Bring you back in the booth. Again, Rob Rossello sharing with us that they had a son. And congratulations to the Rossello family. All of us here at the ISRL. Horseboat included in that. And congrats, brother. We're proud of you. Got to get another one here soon. Go for number 2. All right. And holy shit, we got Alex404 with the follow. Thank you so much for that shit. That is pretty badass, if you know what I mean. Pretty badass. Penalties tonight. Let's take a look at that. Holy shit. No penalties awarded from the penalty report at Pocono. Connor Rosass still has to do a pass-through from Charlotte. Dude doesn't like to pay his bills. It seems pretty apparent. But here we are again, 2 races away from the end. All I got to tell you is grab your drinks, pet your dog, silence your responsibilities, and prepare yourselves. Because the lights in Vegas are bright, the track is fast, the drivers are tense, and only one thing is absolutely guaranteed. Porter the Dog is still a better race sponsor than half the field's decision-making. Let's fire this fucking circus up. Welcome to the Beers Drinkers 165. Beers and Drinkers 165. I'm from Wisconsin. I can do that. And welcome to the program. Again, I am Horseboat. Tom, Torre, whatever you want to call me. I'll respond to it. Ask my wife. I respond to almost anything. Hey, dumbass. I respond to that a lot. Well, let's look at this on the schedule. You got 12-9 at Vegas. And as you saw, if you were paying attention in the pre-race, Alex says came beer for and Rex. Oh, I hope we get a few here tonight. But we are at Las Vegas this week, next week. Already pre-advertising for it. Again, I need no introduction, but I am sponsoring this race, the Horseboat 199 at Talladega, which is the final regular season race before the playoffs. Again, you're going to find out who's in, who's out. Again, you could probably get about 5 or 6 guys still just could be caught and brought down to the bottom and past the cut line. But we're heading to Alabama, place where cousins love to marry. And dreams apparently get to be made into the ISRL playoffs. I don't know if that's contradictory or ironic. Either way, we're going to move forward on it. I'm excited to have you as we get ready for ISRL qualifying. What, beers or Rex? We're probably going to get a little bit of both. I actually don't have any beer, which is a party foul on my behalf. I could drink my wife's beer, but I'm not going to do that. I'm not an asshole, you know? Just not that guy. All right, let's head out to the track and see what we can see. I hope you're excited. I'm excited. I think we got Ryan Robertson starting lap number 1. Let me turn this shit off. Let's see if we can get the main audio going. For some reason, my audio is being terrible tonight, and I'm not sure why this is. This is irritating to say the least. But let's go ahead and see what we can see. Yeah, it looks like the audio isn't even playing out. This is brutal, folks. Give me just a second. I will fix that right now. Usually I'm pretty good about this, but we just had an update with iRacing, so that would explain a lot. Let's see. Yep, we've got disconnected. Let's reconnect it. Apply and close. I think we've got it. Yes, we do. Oh, my God. Folks, it only took me less than 60 seconds, and Ryan is back out on the hunt. Trying for that pole right now, Andrew Sanford. I'll bring it up for you. Well, that is going to show shit. Well, Andrew Sanford on the pole right now with a 29:41. Ryan Robertson lap number 1. What will it be? What will it be? San Jose Sharks, I think, theme machine. Looks like it. Oh, yeah, it is. It is. I love a good shark. Oh! And just puts it in the wall. Alex Snyder, 30-36. All right. Let's go with mid-hang. This has been a less than stellar qualifying session. But we're going to stick it out here. We'll be all right. Get 110 laps. No stages. Mike DeWalt out tonight. Rob Ursello out tonight that I know of. Do I see a Matt Fleming in this picture? So again, Matt Fleming, dominant here. Mid-hang, gonna do lap number 1. He get a time lap down, it would be this time. Goes across the start-finish line, mid-hang. Pole sitter, 29-28. Henry Kalhoff with a 29:39. Andrew Sanford, 29:77, which is best lap, 29:41. Nick Tirana, 29:51. And that Miller Lite 10, let's go along with him on his second lap here. Lap number 2, 29:70, a little slower than his first one, but good enough to inside the top 10 for 8th. Thomas Meeks, 29:65. Jonathan Militia right now with a 29:87. Not a good look, but a smaller field tonight, less than 30 in the field. Should give drivers more of a chance. Of course, Militia ruined the opportunity. The 29:65 for Thomas Meeks. Lap number 2, 29:64. Good enough for 14. And that's going to do it for qualifying. You're looking at it mid-hang. Henry Kalhoff, Andrew Sanford, Nicholas Van Hemert, Daniel Pinkston, Jeremy Eshelman, Brad Gutierrez, and Nick Tirana, Josh Cole, and William Robbins, your top 10. Again, they are going to do a little warm-up here as we get ready to go. And I'm going to take 30 seconds myself. Again, this is the Beer Drinkers 165 for the ISRL right here on the Horse Boat Network, live on Twitch and YouTube. TikTok fucked up my audio, so they're out tonight, unfortunately. For everybody here tonight, I'm not drinking beer, but and honestly, I probably shouldn't be drinking so much here on a Tuesday night, but I'll do this for you. Having my classic Old Smoky Salty Caramel Whiskey. Bring it in here. This is the ISRL. To all of you here enjoying a beer or a beverage this evening. We're getting ready for 10 laps of sexy Las Vegas racing action. I love this track, and I'm happy to be here on the call. Let's go. Alex says, not me, just starting as an iRacer, wanting to go GT3 and NASCAR on controller. Bro, you got to get a steering wheel, man. You got to do it. You got to do it. You're on PC or console? You got to be on PC if you're doing iRacing for a GT3. GT3 is fucking awesome, though. I love that. I used to be really good on controller. Again, I'm old as hell. I'm old as hell, but I used to be really awesome on the sticks with the thumbs. I mean, damn, dude, like NASCAR 2011, NASCAR Heat 5, I was pretty decent with that. And then I got a controller, steering wheel. But I need a better one. I got a G920. I need something better. I don't think this is it. This is not the meta. As we're seeing the practice laps here as they have about 5 minutes to get it on, per se. Look at that, 22. Looks like Daniel Big Daddy Pinkston is the name. Riding in that THDesigns 22, getting ready to go. It's going to be a big, big deal tonight. Again, this is the second to last race. Points are critical, and you need them at this opportune time. Because if not, you're going to be shit out of luck.
Piss in the ass! Piss coming from my ass!
Well said. How do you use these more? I missed this. This was fun. Or not. Whatever. Again, we're high above right here as they get ready for the Beer Drinkers 165. Let's go to the meandyourmom.com blimp cam. One time before we get going. Can always got to give love to the meandyourmom.com blimp cam. Again, always our eye in the sky, keeping things dry or moist. Depends on how you look at it.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Again, beingyourmom.com. Use promo code DVDA for 50% off your first purchase. Grid walk coming up, and I'm pretty excited to show it. Twisted Gaming Network said that's a really big blip and my mom's on it. I don't even have something fancy for that. I'm not going to go down that road, but I love it. I love it. I simply love it. All right, let's go down. Before I forget, to do the grid walk here tonight for the Beer Drinkers 165. Presented by Porter the Dog and sponsored by Jeremy Eshelman. Again, a wonderful pairing between a dog and a human, man's best friend. And truly, thank you for sponsoring this race. Let's start with your pole sitter here tonight. The one and only Min Hang from San Antonio, Texas in the 11 Ford Mustang. On the outside of him is going to be the 63 CB Fabricating of Henry Kalhoff. In row 2, not pictured because they're not there and they're fucking late. The 37 of Andrew Sanford and the 4 of Nicholas Van Himmert. Row number 3, you have Daniel Big Daddy Pinkston. And on the outside, the 3 of Jeremy Eshelman and the sponsor here tonight of tonight's race. And in row number 4 on the inside, you have the 84 USF Machine of Brad Gutierrez. Outside of him in the 10, Miller Lite Ford, Nick Tarana. Row 5, you have the 43 Coors Light of Josh Cole. And the Southern Diesel Solutions 28 of William Robbins. In row 6, you have the 39 of John Fenoy and the 27 of Nathaniel Fryman. In row 7, you have the 20 of Scott Bell and the 55 of Thomas Meeks III. In row 8, you have the 25 of Skylar Comstock and the 1 of Joseph Enright. In row 9, you have the 13 of Nathan Fuller and the 42 of Christopher Pugliese. In row 10, you have the 99 of Steven Jr. and the 448 of Tristan Acevedo. In row 11, you have the 69 of Jonathan Militia and the 19 of Alex Snyder, still rocking that stupid-ass paint scheme. And in row 12, last but not least, the 60 of Robert Fitzpatrick Sr. and the 16 of Ryan Robertson. Is LeBron James singing the national? I wish, dude. LeBron James. I would love that. You know, I've seen some pretty cringe from other leagues and series, and I'm not going to name anybody. But it's cringe to do the national anthem, especially if you have shitty audio for it. Just don't do it. Just pass on it. Hard pass. Oh, he says, I'm the 22. Oh, sick. Right on. Pigston, what's going on, brother? But I would pass on that. I just would not want to do that. It's rude to do that if it's just garbage.
Don't be rude.
And I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it.
Don't be rude.
I'm not.
Wiener, 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 wiener.
All right, as we are getting set for green flag action, 110 laps, 60% fuel, 1 fast repair, and 5 tire sets, 1 on the car and 4 over the wall. We are just about set for green flag action. Again, be sure to like, share, subscribe. Enjoy all things Horseboat. I got an album coming out on the 6th of January. You can pre-download, pre-buy on the 12th this Friday on all major music platforms. I'll put up that ad later. Was going to put it out there, but you know what? It's race time. We don't have time for that shit. This is big boy shit. You have 2 races left to determine who is going to be in the inaugural season ISRL playoffs. special guest trumpet commentary. Yeah, he's around. He's on speed dial, man. I just pull him out whenever I need him. Here we go. Green, green, green for the beer drinkers. 165. That outside line got out in a hurry fast. Henry Kalhoff to an early lead. Looking back through the field as much as we can without losing the leaders. Oh, smacking the wall coming out of 2. The second, third, fourth, and fifth cars at least. 63 of Henry Kalhoff, low key, taking lap number 1 around Las Vegas. And it looks like we already have ourselves a caution. Nathaniel Fryman has crashed. And let's back that ass up and see what we can see on the ISRL instant replay. Let's go from the blimp cam. Fryman now in that 27 Kodiak. Oh, and just cleared out. I wonder who that is. Let's back that ass up and see it again. Looks like the 99, I believe. Oh, 55 of Thomas Meeks. What an asshole. You said it. Looks like they're saying a bunch of other people crashed, but I don't believe that on my timer, but I would believe that is unfortunate. I'll watch it one more time again from the top down if we can, and it looks like just 55 trying to arc up, I think, a little bit going in or coming out. Looks like maybe, I don't know. Yeah, coming out on to the front stretch there. Coming out of 4. Yeah, just unfortunate. Looks like no damage done. Everybody should be happy, should be okay. And if they're not, fuck them. It's not you.
Nice car. Perfect.
Again, Jeremy Eshelman having all the dogs on the car from the motorsports team that he's on. I forget what that is. I should probably learn these guys by now, but I never do. Skid Mark Motorsports. Should probably unlearn that. But, you know. Sponsor of the Beer Drinkers 165. I wanted to talk to Jeremy maybe at some point in the night. He sponsored the race. I want to give him some TV time. I was hoping I could get a live look in on Porter. So if anybody is talking or in the race right now, maybe trying to gear him up for that. I would love to get a shot of Porter. But, you know, he's driving, so we'll see how that works out. Again, AI is a great thing. I think a lot of people don't like it. Some people are iffy about it. Me, kind of leaned into it. Kind of put some stuff out there in the garage today that caught the eyes of some of the drivers. It was pretty funny. The spur of the moment. Pretty awesome. Maybe I could share that with you before the night's out. Let's line them up again. Early caution. My spotter's disconnected, so we're not going to hear when the caution flies. But I'll be sure to keep my timer up so you guys can see it. Where's the number 3 from, and do we have that info? Well, I think I can give that to you. Greensburg, PA. Very talented gentleman. Won last week at Pocono. That was a great race. He's got to finish here to proverbially punch his ticket. Just finish well here tonight, and he'll be golden like a shower. Looks like the 27 stayed line, and 55 came up. And, you know, to speculate, it is what it is. You can look at it from all angles. You know, heat of the moment, things happen. Let's try it again, shall we? Bringing it back and going green for the Beer Drinkers 165. Henry Kalhoff, Min Hang, Nicholas Van Hemert, your top three at the moment. But there are battles. There's beating and banging, beating each other. Never mind. Right on board with the one of Joseph Enright in that Goose Island 1 Chevrolet. This dude fucking loves ABBA. I don't get it. And riding around at 13. Two teammates here, William Robbins. Meeks, you got Pugliese right here. Rivalries are forming as we speak. Right on board with Josh Cole. And how about a unique perspective? Let's go right. He's right on the high side right now. The 84 of Brad Gutierrez. Just third wheeling it like he typically does. And on the prowl for another victory here tonight. Oh, his internet connection is garbage. Cool. Kalhoff has led every lap here so far. We are 100 laps in now. They say the fuel window is around 35 laps, 35 to 40, and I think 35. You know, I was told 35. I try to give it 5 to extend that. So I'm thinking about lap 38, lap 39 maybe here. And they ran a bunch on the caution, maybe 40, 42. Stanford, Josh Cole, your top 5. Nicholas Van Hemert, Jeremy Eschman, John Fenoy, Daniel Pinkston, and Scott Bell, your top 10. Looks like top 10 here is battling right here, right now. Jonathan Militia, you've got Pinkston holding it off, Bell holding it down in the 20. Van Hemert, if that isn't Dutch, I don't know anymore. I don't know, man. Yeah, maybe. Or German. Could be German, I don't know. We can ask him if he wins. And Las Vegas, a super competitive track. Right on board with the 37 of Andrew Sanford. Passing Kalhoff for third. Kalhoff's short game was pretty good. He has fallen off a little bit. I don't know if he's sandbagging. We're just conserving. Either way, I'd probably do the same, although I don't know how. Just kidding. No, I don't know. Fine. Satire. Inside, Josh Cole, Henry Kalhoff. Outside, battling for 5th. Eshelman currently running in 7th. Got them dogs in him. Sounded weird. Good competitive side-by-side racing. Top 10 here. You see Josh Cole, Henry Kalhoff, Jeremy Eshelman, and Nicholas Van Havert. And then behind them, Pinkston and Benoit. The action continues to grow. And 17 laps in. It's still early. But ultimately they have a fast repair. We have a lead change. Brad Gutierrez, the Torre Hunter, is out in front. High alert. Brad Gutierrez is out in front. USF 84 machine has had an excellent year so far in the ISRL. Only 1 win, but again, as you heard on the pre-race show, 3 top 5s. And continuing on here tonight with a great run so far. And let's see Jeremy Eshelman here, trying to make a move on 6th. Van Havert running the high side. And it seems to be very typical to what he's doing right now. Benoit has made a pass on Pinkston. Pinkston crossing over, going back to the inside. I know, right? 15 laps without a caution. These guys do good work typically. They typically do great work. Oh, you see. Wow, Jonathan Militia to the inside. Oh, Rob Fitzpatrick smacking the wall. Nick Tarana joining him. Trouble at the old mill in Las Vegas. Looks like as this run goes on, the cars continue to get tighter. As this field is spread out a little bit. Again, with no stages, this field can spread out and it becomes a fuel mileage race. Some people like that, some people don't. I personally do. Wonder if he's damaged from was a good Wonder if he's damaged. Was a good kiss from that wall. I can't speak English. You know, it used to be when these cars first dropped, you even tapped that outside wall with your right front. You broke your toe link, you were done. Now I think they're a little tougher, but still just as susceptible. Kalhoff now trying to fight back. Biggest mover of the night so far, 9th place, 69. Jonathan Militia having a solid run here so far. Again, if pimping ain't easy, I don't know what is for Jonathan Militia. $26 of 110 in the bag. Things are looking up. Thomas Meeks getting involved here, cracking the top 10. Jonathan Militia holding it down now in 10. Oh, smack of the wall back there. Right now, just a 2-horse race between Min Hang and Brad Gutierrez. Battle of the Brains is on. Who's got the bigger one? And that's what she said. Min Hang looking to make a move. Again, your pole sitter tonight with the hot lap. Best in show right now, but the best lap is Brad Gutierrez at 29.52. Now, if you think of that as a benchmark, most guys are running the track early on 29.7, 29.9s. They're now venturing in the 30.2s to 30.8s. The tire wear has started to come on. And how well have they taken care of their tires? I'm saying because this has gone green, only at about lap 42, they're going to come in. Purely guessing. I'm fast at math, not good at math. But Brad Gutierrez, Min Hang, Andrew Sanford, Josh Cole, and Nicholas Van Heemer, your top 5. Henry Kalhoff, Thomas Meeks, Jeremy Eshelman, John Fenoy, and William Robbins rounding out your top 10. Right there, you see the 28 machine. 16 has pitted, yes. Pit last on lap 28. So he has already pitted once. Now, I'm not sure why you would pit that early unless you're trying to 3-stop it. In my mind, especially if enough caution laps, it should be a good 2-stopper. But if 35 is your high end, your low end's maybe 30, then we'll see. I have not seen any other driver enter the pits just yet. Here's the exciting action we keep going back to. But there's a lot. Flagship. Flemdog Millionaire that says, go Flagship on YouTube. Thank you. Right on board with your boy. 55 of Thomas Meeks. Alex says, how far could a set go for? I think tires could go a little bit here if you take good care of them. But it's more of a fuel thing than it is a tire thing. Especially at Vegas. If you're good at taking care of your tires, you should be able to do it here in Las Vegas. But it comes down to being fuel mileage. Can you conserve? Alex says, wonderful. Or excuse me, wondering if he actually went for tires or just fuel. Maybe did the McQueen tactic. I don't know, man. Lightning McQueen. And that really only works in the movies. Up. Oh, looks like somebody else has pitted in. Looks like that'll be Andrew Sanford. That is on lap 38. So we're getting close to my prediction of 42. Again, if you're out there, looks like Josh Cole in third right now. Good job for him. And lap 42, I believe, might be it. But it looks like Brad Gutierrez is going in. Min Hang, John Fenoy, Joseph Enright is in. Yeah, a bunch of other takers. Why does Joseph Enright looks like his car's been like highlighted in Excel? I just don't get it. Looks like Cole's gonna hit it. So it looks like the window is about 38 to 42. Party has started. It has. It definitely has. Thomas Meeks, Henry Kalhoff, and Nathan Fuller, your top three right meow. But that's going to change right now. Again, that horse, boat, and friends, not your father's root beer themed machine. Going around the track as the leader. And as I would imagine, probably coming in next lap. He did pit lap 2, so he was able to get a little bit more out of the tank. And here he goes around at least one more time. Fryman is in. Kalhoff is in. Meeks is in. Excuse me, Meeks is out.
Are you gay?
There he goes, kicking her down. Daniel Fryman is in the pits, your proverbial leader. But very shortly, Min Hang is going to take that over. But the long game here, I am with kind of Nathan Fuller right here. He's going to lose a ton of time when he finally gets out of the pits. As Fryman begins to fall down the leaderboard. But this couple extra laps that he has, as he's getting on the pit lane now, that could serve him well in the long run. Kind of like it. Low key. Min Hang out in front now. Brad Gutierrez in tow. With Andrew Sanford, Josh Cole, Nicholas Van Heemer, your top 5. Jonathan Militia, Jeremy Eschwin, Thomas Meeks, Henry Galhoff, and William Robbins rounding out your top 10. I'm going to take 30 seconds. Again, this is the Beer Drinkers 165 at Las Vegas for the ISRL.
Mommy milkers.
Again, the ISRL powered by THDesigns, bringing you tonight's race here at Las Vegas. The Beer Drinkers 165, presented by Porter the Dog and sponsored by Jeremy Eshelman. Out in front currently you have Min Hang, Brad Gutierrez, Josh Cole, Andrew Sanford, and Jonathan Militia, your top 5, with Jeremy Eshelman, Thomas Meeks, Henry Galhoff, William Robbins, and Nathan Fuller rounding out your top 10. And while I have you under green flag conditions, again, all fall and winter long Tuesday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central is here. Your home across Twitch, YouTube, and sometimes TikTok. Racing action for the inaugural season of the ISRL. Next week we have the Horse Boat 199 at Talladega. Again, all things Horse Boat will be on hand. I'm encouraging everyone to wear or have a Horse Boat scheme. Maybe I give the winner something cool. I don't know. They're listening to this. They already are on it. Again, they're watching live and on the playback. Again, Horse Boat 199 next week at Talladega, and the final race of the regular season for the ISRL. But don't worry, 5 more races after that will crown your champion. Let's go back out to the race that's out in front. Ooh. Alex says 40 laps, no caution. What am I seeing? It's typically pretty good. This is not unusual for these folks. And a smaller field tonight, I think, helps and contributes to that. Again, 53 laps in and only 45 minutes into the race. 40 minutes into the race, that's pretty good. Tip of the cap to the ISRL drivers here tonight. Minhang and Brad Gutierrez 1 and 2 like they have been most of the night with a dash of Henry Kalhoff. Big round of applause. Josh Cole having a solid run here in the Coors Light 43. In laps 38, 39 is when most of these guys pitted. So if you're thinking 35 laps, what, 82? What am I talking about? 72, 73? But I think you're cutting yourself short if you do that. Wow. But if you can't do it, you can't do it. Trying to do math is fun. Nicholas Van Hemert there. Now you see Jeremy Eshelman in the 3 car. Pursuing William Robbins, that is for 8th. Having a bueno time. And Fuller, the one and the only, the latest to pit, and he pit on my prediction, lap 42. So in my mind, he's going to make it to lap 77. And if he can make it to 77, Alex says would think 78 to 82. You would hope. You would hope. But we are getting into it, man. Again, this season has been wild to say the least. We've had a race where we've had a few more cautions than what we would have liked, but most of the races have been fantastic. With any league startup, it takes time to gain the viewership. At least 16 Probs has to pit earlier. His last pit was 54, so he's going to pit one more time regardless. But it'll be much later, and he is quite a ways down. Militia, biggest mover of the night, started 21st, now up to 4th. Here's a battle between Henry Kalhoff and William Robbins with Nathan Fuller behind them. Minhang now coming into some traffic. Brad Gutierrez skimming the wall. Minhang, again, another driver who's had an excellent year. Again, Min not able to pull in a win just yet. But he's getting close. I know he's getting close. Looks some notes. Damn. I was like, man, he really hasn't won yet? And I guess he hasn't. That is how it goes. Wow, people pitting at lap 62. We did. We had Skylar Comstock in. Eshelman in. Van Hemert in. It is interesting. I grant you that. That is really interesting. If it goes green, it might get even weirder. Again, only one caution that was right away early on. But these boys have been going forever, and it's been amazing. We've been enjoying the ride every lap, every step of the way. Brad Gutierrez getting around that lap traffic and finally getting close to sniffing the back bumper of Min Hang. Oh, Van Hemert now trying to battle back. Trying to get his lap back. A lot of these guys trying to, I don't know if they're short pitting. I don't know if that's what you call it. Gutierrez is going to have to find a way to stay off that wall. If he wants any chance at all to win the Tortoise, he has to stay off of the wall. That's such a great picture. All the credit in the world goes to Ryan Robertson. Fantastic images he brings you every week. Tip of the cap to Rhino. Min Hang dominating in that 11 car. No signs of stopping. And the weather outside of my area is frightful. Winter storm in effect here in Wisconsin. Damn, that freaked me out. Nobody has used the TTS besides myself. So I was like, what the fuck is that? That was awesome. Thank you for using it. Where? And closing in less than 50 laps, getting less than 40 laps. You have Min Hang, Brad Gutierrez, Josh Cole, Jonathan Militia, and Thomas Meeks the third, your top five. Henry Kalhoff, Andrew Sanford, Nathan Fuller, William Robbins, and Joseph Enright rounding out your top 10. Again, this Beer Drinkers 165 bringing you some good action here tonight. Again, it's a long green flag run, but that's the way we like it. We like it when they get laps in. And there's a caution after caution. Now, do I love a good caution or two? Yeah, I do. And I still think we're down for at least one or two here tonight. One thing I will say about these guys, they do a great job of putting on the action and entertaining the masses. But late races probably is their bread and butter with late race cautions. I think the last couple races we have had green, white checkers. Some people like that, some people don't. I like it. Maybe not every time. But it makes it interesting, especially, you know, someone late has made a move and then there's an accident and now they're on fresher tires than everybody else. Maybe nobody else has a set and they did. It makes it interesting, man. I'll tell you. Worth watching. Sometimes it comes back to bite them in the ass, and I love watching that too. Well, that's everything. As being a driver, trying to do the thing. Looks like Andrew Sanford just going in now, as well as Scott Bell. Lap 74. So again, lap 77, I'm thinking is the window here. In the next couple laps, we're going to really see the exodus happen. Yep, you see Thomas Meeks going in, Min Hang going in, William Robbins going in. Gutierrez letting it ride. Like riding tortas into the sunset. On a nice beach, maybe with some crab legs or a buffet right in front of them. Brad Gutierrez going in, Josh Cole inheriting the lead. Josh Cole having a bueno time here, a career night in the inaugural season, but we have a caution. Scott Bell has crashed. And let's back that ass up and see what we can see on the ISRL instant replay. Well, here we are. Getting on a pit road. I could only imagine what could be happening right now. Let me get my soundboard ready for any stupid shit that's about to happen. Let's go live here. Back out on the track. Looks like he's just having a good time. Doesn't. Oh, boy. And that's what. Oh. Yep. And that's why we have a caution. And that's anybody's strategy that had anything. It's over, folks. That is it. Just, you know. Coming out of pit road, Scott Bell. And then one last boom for good measure. Really didn't need to happen. But it did. What are you doing? Said it to him over and over. No, man, I ain't that way. It's harassment. But I'm going to give a hard time on this show because I can. Oh, baby. Yeah, he was just coming out. I think he just went to gas it as he was getting going here and just put her in the wall. And then let's get it going, and yep. Oh, we've got traction. We've got traction, and in the front wall we go, and kaboom. And there we go. Everybody is getting a fresh set and getting back after it here. To what may be the conclusion. Because after this, I don't think they're going to have to pit anymore. Oh, I'm seeing messages here. Some guys couldn't make the race late. That is bad. That's bad news, Bears. Sad to hear. Rip. Alex4 says, I wish I has 1K points. I'd had redeemed it to interview Bell right now. If I had more time, he is not in any chat. I might have done it. I've done that dumb shit before and have really caught the brunt of some shit for it. But, you know, whoop, it's worth it to me, man. I think sometimes it's funny. Some people don't like that shit. I'm okay with it. As long as the understanding is it's just for fun. Nobody's out here being amazing. Except me. That's okay. 69 of Jonathan Militia. 43 of Josh Cole. Going to lead us back to greener pastures, to green flag action here for the beer drinkers. 165. 79 laps in of 110. Scott Bell blinking like a strobe light out there in 1 and 2. Militia now leading with purpose. Would love to get his first win of the season right here, right now. Try to lock himself in. Nathan Fuller has already won. But he could prevail as well. He's had a solid car. But his strategy now is out the window. 29 laps to go. A lot of these guys know each other from other leagues. Think they know the tendencies of each other. Landon Bednar says, Meeks who? JK, that's a handsome fella. That's pretty weird.
Are you gay?
We'll let it slide. A lot of battles here now that we're bunched back up again. Fuller trying to go to the inside of nowhere. I'm talking out of my ass. I'm talking about Josh Cole going to the inside of Henry Kalhoff. They've been side by side for the last lap and a half. Oh, good, Landon. You guys are cousins. We're going to Alabama next week. You'll fit right in. Alex, I just realized not everyone has pitted yet for a second time. Yep, there's a couple. You are correct. Oh, hitting that, wow. There is a lot to unpack here. Min Hang trying to move back up to the inside of Andrew Sanford. Oh, slide job. That was indeed a good old-fashioned slide job. We're going to get there early to get a good spot. Hey, good for you, man. Out, down in front. That's all I want to say. See, Thomas Meeks is right on board with a 55. Oh, check that out. Look at that. Oh, look at that. On the bumper, said thank you, Tom. Got the horse boat thing. That's dope. Thank you for the love. Appreciate that. Just now noticed that. That's super cool. I appreciate that, man. Thank you. Oh, Scott Bell. Let's see if he's going to get into some more shit. You saw it. I saw it. Didn't happen. But it could have. Let's go back out in front now as I saw a big plume of smoke. Looks like everybody's all right. All right, back up in front now. Jonathan Militia out in front in the lead, dominating this race right now with 21 laps to go. But if I know any better, that 13 car is going to have something for him towards the end. I've known Fuller for some time. Young man is a hell of a driver. But who knows what happens here. I don't think most of these guys are not going to have to pit again, but I could be wrong. And Jonathan Militia last pit 77. And that is all the way through 6 with Alex Snyder. Big shout out to Snyder having a solid night here in that number 19 PlayStation machine. One of the biggest movers of the night. A lot of these drivers, you know, you have no Matthew Fleming here tonight. No Mike DeWalt. No Rob Rossello. 2 out of the top 3 in points right now are not here. So kind of give these boys a little bit of time away. Gain a little bit of ground. I could go for some Taco Bell. I'm not going to lie. But we have the Coors Marlboro 69 of Jonathan Militia out in front. 17 laps to go. What a... Militia, again, could have brought her home last week, I was told. He had enough. He could have made it. But that caution basically blew his strat to bits. But can he do it tonight? Get another one of those guys on the Horseboat and Friends Golf Tour. Going to be kicking that off again in 2026. Got some new courses on the horizon, I guess. And hopefully more streaming time. That would be great. Always found it hard with the VR headset to have that cable. So I have to figure out a decent way to make that happen. I'll probably have to put that over my head. Figure that out. To hopefully bring you guys some more VR content. I know that stuff is fun to watch. Or makes you sick, one of the two. I'm good either way. Road Soda. Trying to bring her home. Fuller closing that gap a little bit. Knowing it's almost crunch time. But for Militia, he has done a great job tonight. Fuller has done an excellent job. Josh Cole as well. Henry Kalhoff hanging around. Kalhoff most notably in second place to start the race. Took the lead early on and then faded. Coming back strong here to close it out. Well, we have 12 laps to go and it's not over. Brad Gutierrez. Last pit lap 75. He's going to be cutting it close. Especially if 35 is the high end. 35 is the high end for these drivers. Yeah, they're in a little bit of trouble. But we are cranking them out here. 2 cautions on the night. Drivers have done a fantastic job keeping it going. 10 laps to go. Jonathan Militia keeping it real. But Fuller now going to start the pursuit to begin the climb. Will Josh Cole have any heat to bring to the fire? Number 10 still in the pit, been there quite a while. Yeah, I think he's done. Stick a fork in him, he's done. Jonathan Militia, Nathan Fuller, Josh Cole, Henry Kalhoff, Nathaniel Fryman, your top 5. Brad Gutierrez, Alex Snyder, Min Hang, Thomas Meeks, and Andrew Sanford rounding out your top 10. Skylar Comstock in that Hams 25 has been lurking all night trying to crack that top 10. Best of luck to him. Hope he does. But Brad Gutierrez has had his fair share of the lead. Min Hang has had his fair share of the lead. Henry Kalhoff as well. Fuller has had the lead. Cole, I believe, has had the lead at some point. But the show has been from late on, probably the 3rd fiscal quarter on. With 7 laps to go, Militia is your leader. And not much has changed with that. Militia, I know, is going to be super excited if he's able to bring this home. Just the feeling you get after winning a race is unreal, man. It really is. See some guys pit now. Eshelman pitted. Robertson is pitted. That was at 93.99. But we're going to hang out right out front here with Militia. Let's ride on board with Josh Cole to see what's shaking. There's one thing, 2 things me and Josh Cole have in common is we both love golf and we both love Coors Light. And racing, so that's 3. 4 laps to go, he's in 3rd. This is a Horse Boat and Friends pack top 3 right now. All golfers in the VR world in my league, all in podium finishing slots. I love it. It will truly be Horse Boat and Friends. I can't tell you enough how hilarious that is. How divine. 3 laps to go. No tires popping today? Nah, I don't think so. Nah, these races are too short to do that. Snyder and Gutierrez banging it out for 6th. You see Thomas Meeks and Min Hang battling it out for 8th. But here we go, folks, on the backstretch into turn 3 and 4. Going to take the white flag. No caution, no green, white checkers today. Final lap here in Las Vegas. Jonathan Militia, Nathan Fuller, Josh Cole, Henry Kalhoff, Nathaniel Fryman, Brad Gutierrez, Alex Snyder, and Min Hang with Thomas Meeks and Andrew Sanford, your top 10. Going around for the final time, around 3 and 4. It has been a minute, a hot minute, but the man is on fire. The 69 Marlboro Curls Banquet Beers Toyota Camry, your winner, Jonathan Militia of the Beer Drinkers 165. I know he's just got to be through the moon.
Thank you.
He's got to be through the roof on this one. I know he's been waiting a minute for it. But there you have it. That is wild in and of itself. Let's watch him burn it down as we get ready for the ISRL post-race show coming up next. Ah, yes, the ISRL centipede. Trying to get them in here for the ISRL post-race show so we get the hell on with our lives. Jeez, these guys take forever. Guys take forever. There you go. Run down to the top 20. They're unofficial, as we know. Bringing it in right away. Nathan Fuller, second place. We'll bring in Josh Cole. We'll bring in the whole bunch. It is truly a panel here, Horseboat and Friends. You know, a little bit related in that, but not so much. But let's start with Josh Cole. Career best finish here, third place here tonight at Las Vegas. How are you feeling after that finish?
Hey, let's fucking go. Love this team, man. I swear. Oh, man, it was a great night tonight. We needed this.
It looked good. You guys sounded great. think we lost Fuller there. I don't know what happened. Hopefully he can join back up. But, Josh, you had a good evening. You looked great. We'll bring him back in. I think he's all right now. Fuller, you got us?
Dude, my internet did fun things.
Yeah, it sounds like Dick right now, but that's all right. Josh, good job here tonight, finishing third. How are you feeling? Well, I said we already fucking talked about that. Give us a big shout-out to anybody you want. The floor is yours.
I mean, shout out to this whole team and Snyder, man. I mean, we've been working hard all year to try to get us a win. I mean, Fuller got one earlier on, and now Militia. We're looking great in points now. I'm just glad that this team is starting to turn around real quick.
And kicking it over to Fuller, who finished in second tonight in that Horse Boat and Friends Not Your Father's Root Beer 13 Toyota Camry. He had a great night, man. Led some laps, but ultimately I thought if fuel mileage played out, I believe you had a little bit of an advantage. I know you were crushed by that late caution there.
I mean, yeah, crushed by the late caution, but in the same instance, at the same time, you know, having the fuel to get to that caution was the advantage, you know, put us right up there at the front and, you know, a little fight with some teammates up there, but then smoothed out, got in line, and cruised to the end.
Yeah, it was beautiful. You guys were 1, 2, and 3, and I thought maybe you had a little something for him there at the end, but it just wasn't meant to be. Fuller, you want to give a shout-out to anybody?
I mean, I'll just repeat what Josh said to the team, and then, of course, everyone watching, appreciate it, and Tom with the cast.
Appreciate that. Jonathan Militia, man, I know it's been a minute. You know, we in the Gears series, you were a killer in the holiday series with the 87s. I know you were crushed when we axed it, but seems like it's been carrying over that militia. I'm going to call it the militia momentum has carried you into this one. You looked great out here tonight. Finishing started 21st, commandeered your way through the line up all the way through the field. How are you feeling about that?
Brother, I'm too pumped right now. I almost didn't make the fucking race because of I didn't have the update finished, and it was literally like seconds for me to register. So zero practice. The first laps was qualifying. So
I mean, that served.
Feels great.
That served you well. I mean, in this one, I wouldn't do that all the time, but you know.
Well, I couldn't do anything about it.
Vegas served you well. Again, the late update. Again, I know changed some things on my audio, which kind of pissed me off, which I wasn't prepared for. But regardless,
honestly, changed the feel of the car and everything.
I bet it did.
It felt a lot different.
I bet it did. I bet it did. So much on a Tuesday night. They don't care about a league on a fucking Tuesday night. Fuck them. But that's all right. You are a winner. And
Dude,
again,
so
anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Just this team, my family. We're just having fun, dude. This was a blast. I didn't think I was going to come up from 21st, so I'm pumped that it fell in my lap. I've had 3 good runs back to back to back with opportunities, so I'm happy that I'm finally able to actually achieve a win here.
ISRL victory #1 for Jonathan Militia. Again, congratulations, bro, and enjoy your work week, man. I know you're going to savor this one.
Oh, yeah, I'm shotgunning a beer in like T-minus 10 seconds.
Oh, man.
Yes.
That is awesome and amazing.
If you want to keep the stream up, I'll hop off of here and hop on my phone and video it with you, brother.
No, it's fine. It's fine. You can enjoy it. Maybe send us a video and I'll play it for him next week. That sounds good. You should do that. Maybe with your shirt off like Ben Johnson and the Chicago Bears and lose next week. We'll see. That's all right. I digress. Congratulations, Jonathan Militia, Josh Cole, Nathan Fuller on your podium finishes tonight.
Appreciate it, man.
Oh, yeah, dude. It's always a pleasure having you stream for us, man.
Anytime. I'm going to
always
leave you
gonna
guys
watch
in here
back.
as we get ready to get set to get the fuck out of here again. The Beer Drinkers 165, presented by Porter the Dog, sponsored by Jeremy Eshelman, and brought to you by the ISRL, powered by THDesigns. Always a pleasure and a lot to say. Again, here at Las Vegas again. Tune in next week. It's going to be all about Horseboat. Yeah, you bet it. You bet it is, as it is every week, but I digress. Horseboat 199 going to Alabama, the home of where cousins marry cousins at Talladega Super Speedway. We will be there for the season finale, the regular season, I should say, before we get into the ISRL playoffs. Learn who is in and who is on the cusp of being eliminated next week right here on the Horseboat Network. For Josh Cole, Jonathan Militia, Nathan Fuller, myself, Tom Torre, a.k.a. the Horseboat, wishing you a wonderful work week, and we'll be back here next week for the ISRL.